admiring. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So most of you know that Carl and I were in Florida visiting with my mom this week, and we had a great time. And people said, "How is the weather?" And I made the mistake of saying it was cold, and they said, "Well, it was 70 degrees warmer than it was here." Even though it was only 60 degrees in Florida, but nevertheless. So we are thrilled to be back and with Shabbat and an opportunity to join together. And so we'll invite Jordan forward to light our Shabbat candles. Page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Let's join together on the top of page 3. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. As we join together and we begin Kabbalat Shabbat, we'll... Okay. So we'll join on page 10, first with Hine Matov, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
And turning together to page 12 as we join in the Chuna Ranana, come let us sing joyously to God.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, litzuri shenu, lekadma fabetoda. Naria, naria, litzuri shenu, bizmirot ha'irado. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai.
And continuing on page 20 as we welcome our Shabbat bride with Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Shamoy v'zachmoy v'nifo
Please be seated as we continue page 22. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat, a song for Shabbat.
Mizmor shir liyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir liyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid b'boker hasdecha, le'emunatecha b'leiלות, alei asur v'alei navel, alei higayon mechidot. Mizmor shir liyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon.
We turn together to page 24 as we join in welcoming and asking God for blessings of peace for all of us in Shalom Aleichem and responding with Aleichem Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Morchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn together to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish, and we rise.
Yitkada Shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Yamad Yivarach Chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yamechon, u'chayhedecho Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, u'v'zman kariv, v'imaru, amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam u'ol me'amaya, yitbarach, yitbarach v'yishtabach, yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, Shmei Kodeshah, le'la min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imaru, amen.
Page 28, Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated as we continue in the middle of page 30. Let's join together. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. As we turn together to page 33, wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. As we rise for Shema, page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated as we continue with Va'ahavta, page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. So we join in our Song of Freedom, Mi Chamocha, page 40.
Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 la 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 lai mi chamocha ba elim Adonai mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh Nora tehilo tosefele, Nora tehilo tosefele.
Let's join together at the top of page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim, uvros aleinu sukat shlomecha, uvros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen.
Page 45. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. And we thank God for the blessings and the opportunities we have to share Shabbat together with Vishamru, page 44.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. B'nei Reuven b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. B'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam.
Page 47. Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything dependent on you. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. We rise together for Amidah, page 46. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevig Geulah Lifnei B'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim b'chesed, Mechayei hakol b'rachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Umido melach, Melech le'mi tumechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atal hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Kedoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated as we continue, page 53. Days pass, and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Let's join together, top of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amcha Yisrael. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'olecha levadcha v'yirah ma'avod. And let's join together on the top of page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'er lehodot. Page 61. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lecho Shalom, ki ata hu melech Adon, lecho hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael mechol het uvechol shah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
We take a few moments for the prayers in our hearts and minds, some moments of silent prayer.
Ratzon imrefi, imrefi, legion libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, v'gali, v'gali.
We turn together to page 253. And we think of all those in our lives who need a blessing or energy of healing. Friends and family, people we work with, people we know, members of our community, people we might really not even know. And yet we ask God to send these energies, these blessings of healing, healing of body and soul and mind and heart. And in our congregation, we especially mention Rabbi Brad Bliefeld, Ross McCullough, Jan Mandel, Barbara Shapira, Marsha Koblitz, Eric Shabeta, Doug Botner, Paula Perry, Nancy Thompson, Melanie Wood, Stephanie Willis, Irv Willis, Alicia Leopold, Louis Tenenbaum, Philip Zaks, Carol Ford, Allie Ford, Zachary Salman, Patty Basile, Susan Shea, Sean Shea, Marilyn Rinsberg, and the Kerman and Rinsberg families, Lita Lubin, and Sandra Lynch. If you're joining us via live stream, we hope that you will add any name that you wish into our chat box. And if you are here in person, as I look around, please add any name that you would like. We join together.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Well, Shabbat Shalom. This week we begin reading Parshat Vayera, one that is filled with drama, there is struggle, and there is hope. God is beginning the process of getting us out of slavery. We are being redeemed from Egyptian slavery. We are redeemed, or we're beginning the process that will ultimately lead us to leave Egypt. And God will do this with miraculous signs and wonders and confronting Pharaoh's oppressive hold on our people. It is a story of liberation. It's about a journey from bondage to freedom, and about God's really unwavering commitment to justice and redemption. And as we reflect on this portion, our hearts and minds are drawn to the events in Israel. This past Sunday, we saw the release of 3 hostages, and tomorrow we anticipate another 4. It is really a mix of relief and gratitude and heartbreak. The parallels between our sacred text and the current moment are so poignant. In Vayera, God reassures Moses and the Israelites with the promise that says, I will free you from the labors of the Egyptians and deliver you from your bondage. I will redeem you with an outstretched arm through extraordinary events. These words can't help but remind us that freedom is a sacred and treasured value in Jewish life. And redemption is not without its struggles. It's with perseverance and a little help from God. Today we witness a modern cry for freedom. The hostages taken during the war in Gaza represent the pain of captivity, for sure. Their families have endured over a year of anguish, praying for their loved ones to be returned safely. Each name, each face is a world unto their own. The Talmud teaches whoever saves one life, it is as if they have saved the entire world. And when we think about these releases, we are filled with conflicting emotions. There's deep joy in relief in seeing children and parents, grandparents reunited. And there's a sobering reality, though, that these releases are really negotiated in the midst of an ongoing and horrible conflict. Like the Israelites in Egypt, the journey to freedom for Israel and Palestinians is far, far from over. Pharaoh, in his defiance, is really, in his defiance of not letting the Jews go, is a symbol of human stubbornness. We tend to get stuck in our opinions and our ideas and where we think we should be. His refusal to recognize the humanity of it is painful. In the negotiations for hostages in Israel, we see echoes of Pharaoh's hard-heartedness. In those who perpetrate terror and refuse to see peace as a possibility. But just as God's power ultimately breaks Pharaoh's will, we hold on to hope that justice and humanity will prevail in our time. In Parshat Vayera, Moses and Aaron confront Pharaoh. Pharaoh gets a bunch of plagues, showing God's power and the futility of oppression. Of course, we can argue about who these plagues are for. Are they for Pharaoh or are they for us for many generations later on? We'll see. But the narrative continues to build towards this moment of liberation, this moment in which we go free. And similarly, the release of the hostages is a reminder that every step is a step towards freedom and a step towards peace. As Jews, we are called on to pray for the safety of those still in captivity, to support the efforts of those working tirelessly to bring them home. We are also reminded of our obligation to pursue peace. The prophet Zechariah calls on us to proclaim liberty throughout the land. In the face of war and terror, it is our duty to advocate for a future where such acts of violence and captivity are no longer realities. And that peace doesn't remain this abstract and distant hope, but it becomes a true possibility. In the coming days, as we await for the next round of releases over the next month or so, I hope that we can draw inspiration and comfort from Moses and Aaron. They acted with faith and determination, despite overwhelming odds. We too can do the same as we raise our voices in prayer and advocacy, believing the possibility of a better future indeed exists. Our Shabbat candles glow brightly. And as they do, we dedicate their light to all those who are in darkness, all those who have been freed and those waiting to be freed. We hope that these flames remind us of the enduring power of hope, even in darkest of times. And may these flames and these lights illumine a path forward for Israel, for the families of those who have suffered, for all who yearn for peace. Our tradition has many words of inspiration, many words of healing. Chief among them, I think, is tzedek, tzedek, tirdof, the imperative that we have to seek and pursue justice, pursuing it with all we can and all of our energies and hearts. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. We'll turn together to page 282, and Ali, will you come forward and open the ark? Odessa, come on. All right. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol hateit gedula leotze breshit shelo asanu kegoye haratzot velo samanu kamishpechot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמו ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים Eloheinu einod, emet malkeinu efezulato, kakatu b'torato, v'yadata hayom v'hashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim imo. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Thank you, Jesse. As our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and of death. And in our congregation, we especially mention the yahrzeit for Abraham Schuster, Lynn Fellheim, Joseph Stern, William Falk, Gretel Sender, Sylvia K. Berman, Minnie Ostheimer, Lena Levy, Isabel Falk, Gustav Harf, Carrie Schuster-Schaffner, Herman Wolf, M. Garson Fall, Carrie Frank, and Laura Goldsmith. If you're joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. And if you are here in person and would like to add a name as I look around, please do so. Cherishing the memories of all who have come before us, we rise together as we turn to page 294 for words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chaye echon u'vyom echon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kariv imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam u'amen amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei Dekudsha B'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'yoma v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to welcome Fran forward to share some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. First, I'd like to thank the rabbi and Jesse for the service, which was beautiful as always. And I'm going to make a few announcements. Oh, I also wanted to tell you the services this week are in memory of Sylvia Berman. I'm going to read the announcements. Just look back on your service sheet and you'll find them. There is a lunch with the Christian Ministries on Sunday, January 26th at 2 o'clock. And I understand that's the building we used to be in.
It is.
I've never been there, but some of you have. Saturday night.
Who's been there before? Wait a minute.
Oh, I think a lot of people, other than me.
If you, I have to say, if you have not had the opportunity to go back to the old building, even if you have, it's a really wonderful to see it being utilized and used in such a great way, and a great way to partner with another faith community. So if you're available, please join us for the lunch.
On Saturday, February 1st at PACA, there's a show, The God of Carnage, so you have to make reservations for that. On Friday, February 7th, we have two things. Geshe 2 will lead Shabbat that evening, and it'll be the first TGIS dinner this year of 2025. I think isn't it also Tu B'Shvat? Yes, and it's also Tu B'Shvat, thank you. So
We'll be having our shorter service and then our Tu B'Shvat Seder. So please make sure that you join us for that.
And again, you have to make reservations for that one. And also the celebration Oneg will be that night. And we have continuing on our ongoing Tzedakah campaign. Please, if you can bring some items of food in when you come here, whenever you come to the temple, and leave it in the front. All of these, you can either contact the temple or look it up in here and see what the information is on it. Thank you.
Shabbat shalom. We're going to conclude this evening with, what page is that?
344.
344, Shir Chadash, Sing a New Song. Oh, Jordan, I'm sorry. I know, and then it slipped out of my head. Come on.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're not. Shabbat shalom. Wow, you get a real sense of power up here. Okay.
So actually, in Rochester, we had about 2,500 people come for high holidays. So it was always this thrill to kind of go like this and have 2,500 people stand. Of course, I always had this fantasy of going.
If you tried that here, I don't think that would go over well.
I'm sure it wouldn't have gone over well there.
I know that I gave kind of a little bit of a spiel back in November, and I do not have, a whole talk to give today. I know past week has been a little rough, so But in moving forward and looking to do good, we are starting to finally ramp up and hopefully have meetings soon for Tikkun Olam. In the coming months, hopefully around March, April, we are looking to do a fundraising campaign for World Central Kitchen, who go and do provide food after natural disasters and in war zones. I think right now they're in LA helping people who lost their homes in the fire. So we are hoping to do some fundraising for them soon. But I just kind of wanted to put a call out again. If you are interested in helping out with Tikkun Olam, even if it's only in a limited capacity, or if you at least want to be on the emails that I plan on sending out to know what's coming up and how you can help, I've got actually smart this time. I brought a sign-up sheet instead of trying to remember. So if you've already received an email from me, no need to touch base again. But if that is something you would be interested in doing, we've got a couple other organizations we're hoping to do more work with as the year progresses. But if you have any ideas of things you want to do, even if you think it's far-fetched, please reach out to me and at least tell me. You never know what we could possibly accomplish. When we want to make sure that we take care of our people here. So, if there's someone in need at Temple, we will do our best to try to help them. So, yeah, that's my
Great, thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you. Why don't we turn to page 344? Shir Chadash, sing a new song to God.
Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash.
We turn back together to page 5 and join in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.